Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 4 of the JACKOCAR Kia series. It is throwback week, one of the most anticipated weeks in all of JACKOCAR. We are going to start it off tonight, and the Cup Series will going to cap it off on Thursday. My name is Austin Smith. Welcome to this presentation of JACKOCAR, and alongside me, as always by now, I think it is a standard duo at this point, is of course Jake. Jake, how much are you looking forward to these liveries?
I am super excited. I have unfortunately caught a few glimpses on Twitter, but I haven't seen everybody's, and of course what you see on a picture is very different to usually what you see on the racetrack, so I'm excited to see how some of them look and bring back some memories of old times in F1.
Yeah, before we jump into qualifying, the drivers are already loaded in, but no one out on track yet. Let's quickly look at the standings. We have them up on the screen, and of course we have Hataro, Kelterborn, and Souza. That is Estimats, MK Born, and Vitinho already advanced with the 3 wins that they, well, 1 each, that they have scored in the first 3 races. Of course, a win immediately sees you through to the playoffs. Then we have right now Connor, Jamie, Jack. Is that? No, that's not Jacko. That is Jack G. Jacko is a P11 right now, 8 points down on Matt in P10. But you see the standings right there. There is a clear top 10, I would say. 8 points difference is already quite significant, as we now have the first car that is actually going out on track. And I think, if I can find who it is Frenagamu. So let's quickly jump into the action here. We should have some sound, indeed we do. We are on board, we don't want to do that. We want to see, of course, the livery. And we are still on board. What is happening? Why is... the game does not want to show us the livery. There's not much I can do about it. But it is, I gotta say, it is a rather simple one. It is a rather simple livery. But nonetheless, I mean, it is throwback week. Some of the earlier liveries that we've seen throughout the history of racing in general, it's not just F1 liveries that are going to be shown here. It is going to be from all of motorsport. Jacko has one in particular that I found a little bit of a stretch, but at the same time, I mean, he pulled it off quite well. But we'll get to that later. Frenagamu here in the white and red. If I had to guess, I don't know anything about what they are trying to show, but I'm trying to guess.
I do. But
okay,
so
let me guess. I'm thinking this reminds me of the sort of late 1980s, early 1990s McLaren.
You're about 25 years out.
Oh!
Based on the 2015 Manor.
Oh God! Why would you replicate that? That was an awful car. That was an awful car. Why would you do that? As Frenagamu is starting the lap, we are obviously going to watch that lap. We could have taken the time to look at Bill at his livery, but of course qualifying is also important here. So we are going to look at Bill's livery a tad bit later, as soon as Frenagamu has indeed finished his lap. So it takes it very cautiously here through the S's, just making sure that the car doesn't spin, you know, making sure that he does in fact get a lap time. We've seen it time and time again. If you don't get a lap time, you are guaranteed to start from pretty much the back of the grid. And we have a medium runner out there as well in Dark Shadow. Interesting choice, that one. One thing to note is, let me just quickly see here. Yeah, one Joker tonight. That is Splinter24 in P8. He's the only one who chose the Joker. Just to quickly explain, the Joker basically is available to every driver once per season in the regular season, obviously. Not available in the playoffs at all. But in the regular season available, and it allows the driver to skip a pit stop, basically. Not in-game, obviously, as Franagamu goes to the final corner, but there is a mandatory 2-stop rule, and Franagamu off the track there into the grass. That will not help his lap time. It is a 1 minute 30.9. We quickly go over to Bill, and let's look at that livery. That is interesting. Waze retires. That is the kind of livery I would go for, you know, previous... Oh, actually, no, there's some gold. Is that gold? Is that... What is that? There's some... It's almost a German livery. It looks like there's some black. And there's some red and some gold. I really don't know what this is. Do you have any idea?
I do, yeah. This is possibly one of the most old school ones that we've got here. It's based on the 69 Lotus.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that is... I wasn't born at that time, but Jacko told me all about it. He was around at that age, wasn't he? So, yeah. But I think the next one is Dark Shadow now. On the mediums. That looks... Oh, he hasn't been there. That looks like your typical Ferrari. I mean, you can't really say much about that. That is a Ferrari. There is no way that's not a Ferrari.
It literally just says on my information Ferrari tribute livery. Doesn't he have a year?
Yeah, there you go. I mean, easy to tell, but I feel like no effort. It's just a red car.
Now, I've got to say, fair play to Matt here, because this is quite an obscure one. I wonder if you can work it out. Oh,
that shade of blue hasn't been in F1 very much. This could either... I'm gonna give it 2 guesses. I think this is either... Although no, that was black and that was blue and black, not blue and white. So I was gonna say the Prost livery of like the late 90s, early 2000s, but that was blue and black, not blue and white. So I think the other one would be Ligier.
You've got it.
Yeah. Nice one. It's such a rare color that you do know when it happened, like what team had such a blue with white as well. The Prost would be the other one, but the Prost blue was a bit darker as Mackie goes P3, and they had black, not white, not very much white. Next up is Dan's car in gold and white. Huh. Gold also not a color that I've seen very often in F1 throughout history, so that one catches me a bit by surprise. That's really not the camera we're looking for. That is the camera we're looking for now. Thank you very much. Yeah, I have no clue. I have no clue on this one.
This one's actually a really nice one. It's a tribute to Finnish rally driver Hannu Mikkola, who passed away last week.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I was thinking F1, and yeah, there's not much gold in F1. It never has been really, apart from the iconic black and gold with the John Player special advertisement on the car, the Andretti car. What was the team? Was it Andretti? I think it was the driver was Andretti. I don't think the team was. The team name escapes me right now, but yeah, that I remember. But that was black and gold, not white and gold. So nice tribute here to a legend that has passed recently in Hannu Mikkola. And
could be a good lap to go with it as well.
yeah. Next up, we're gonna have Jess in some kind of blue. That's all I know for now. It is a new provisional pole time for Dan's car. Jess, oh, don't tell me that's Marussia.
That's Mana 2016.
Oh, Mana, yeah, Mana Marussia. Oh my god. Two people.
This is the most recent team.
Can I? Yeah, like if you choose, can I just say, as much as I look, everyone in the F1 community does appreciate Jess. If they don't, they should. But I mean, why are you going for that car? I have no understanding of that whatsoever. Cloud Moza. Oh,
you see,
yeah.
It's meant to be something, but it doesn't look like to me what it's supposed to look like.
It looks like a tribute to all the German drivers that have ever participated in F1, which I would appreciate, but I don't think that's what it is.
It's going for the 2005 BAR Honda. However,
oh, I can see it, but too much red. I can see it, but too much red. That car was very white. That car was.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I can see it.
In my view at least, it looks a lot like, alarmingly, like the 2012 HRT.
Yeah, the black would be off. Like the black shouldn't be there though, for that car. Like there should only be the red and the gold yellowish color. As Glatmozza does go a P1 right now, so at least he's got that going for him. I think the next one is in fact Jacko, and yeah, I saw that one on Twitter. It's a reference no one is gonna get unless they saw the tweet. Because no one remembers Jimmy Johnson in the 90s. I mean, that's just...
We have got Mr. John first.
Oh, we have got Mr. John first. Okay, apologies there. Oh, what is... Oh, hold on. Is that the sort of Ford GT40 inspired? Because that combination of blue and orange, I've only ever seen on a Ford GT40. Sort of Le Mans Ford.
It does look a lot like that, but apparently it's a Porsche 917 from Le Mans.
Oh, that is, yeah, true. That was, oh god, yeah. But it's more commonly associated with the Ford, I gotta say. So I'm a bit surprised here. I think if you go for that color scheme, you have to pull it off with the Ford instead of the Porsche 917. I understand where he's coming from. Jacko goes P3 now. Mr. John went P6. Speed Nugon is next. Ooh, if I'm wrong on this, I'm gonna immediately retire. I tell you that much. This has to be some kind of McLaren Mercedes. I don't know which year. Could be sort of late 90s, sort of Mika Hakkinen, David Coulthard era. Could even be a bit later. I don't know when exactly, but if this is not a McLaren Mercedes, I don't know what it is.
You're both so close, but yet so far. It's based on the McLaren Honda from 2015.
Whoa, okay. I mean, McLaren is all right. I shouldn't have mentioned Mercedes then. So same team, different power unit, but okay. I see it. Yeah, okay, I see it now. Yeah, fair enough. Speed Nugon goes P4. We gotta talk next about, I think, either Baza or Yuri. Yuri just started a lap, so it's gotta be Baza then. Who has invalidated. Okay. Yeah, I mean, who's ever used this sort of lime green, neon green, and won a championship in their first season, named after the newly acquired team owner? I wonder. I think it was. I think the year after they were called Mercedes. So yeah, it is of course Braun GP right there. That is the most obvious one. And it's well made. I gotta say, I gotta give him that. Basil with a well made one. What is this? This is the French flag driving around. I mean, Yuri, isn't Yuri French? I thought Yuri was either French or Belgian. If he's Belgian, I apologize in advance. If he is French, I see what he's sort of tributing here, but yeah, that's...
You're not gonna like it if I tell you what it is.
It is the French flag, isn't it?
No, it's another Marussia.
Oh, 3 Mana Marussias. Oh, this is why we're the Kia series, isn't it? This is why, right here. Everyone just
3 Marussias and a McLaren Honda.
Going
well.
Yeah, it's going very well right here. Niels is next. Jack G just started a lap. That's a very simplistic one. That is a very simplistic one. That is just red and white. And I have a fable for the Toyota. And Toyota did run in red and white. Then again, a lot of teams did run in red and white. And I would be missing a little bit of light blue here for the Toyota, because obviously the sponsor Panasonic at the time was in light blue. But at the same time, I think it's something else. Is it another Madame Marussia or something?
It is not. If I tell you that car had a massively historical moment at this track.
Oh, is it a McLaren?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a McLaren from late 80s, early 90s, I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
say.
yeah. Fits the track very well. That much is true. Jack G has retired. We can't look at his livery now.
He's
But
gone for
we,
the 08 McLaren.
yeah, but well, Splinter is first. That's a Renault. That's a Renault. That is definitely a Renault. 2005, 2006, I would guess, somewhere in that era. The two world championships with Fernando Alonso. I think that's, yeah. I mean, please tell me I'm right on this, please.
You are right, yes.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Splinter with the Joker starting his lap. You mentioned MK, or I mentioned MK1, and then you did as well. Let's quickly look at him. That is the 2008 McLaren, you said?
No, that's Jack who didn't. We haven't actually
Okay. Because I was gonna say, I mean, I see the silver, but yeah, something's wrong. What could this be? It's got to be some other McLaren, though. I feel like with the red, the silver, and the black, this has got to be some kind of McLaren. I think
if I help you out by saying Le Mans, does that help?
No, now you just confused me more.
It's the Audi R18.
Oh, yes! Yes, it is. Yeah, okay, that's well done then. That's well done. Let's quickly look at Splinter. He is about to finish his lap, so we can't let that go unnoticed. But yeah, I can see it with MK Born, and obviously I think it's very good that he, I like that he as a German driver decided to go with a German car. Obviously I as a German can appreciate that. You know, a little bit of national pride, I think even we are allowed. Splinter meanwhile goes P2. And MK Born, yeah, MK Born has spun. MK Born has spun on the exit of Degna 2, right under the bridge there. So that is going to be his lap. I mean, not over, but he will definitely remain in P13 for now. Let's look at Connor. Leader in the championship among those that haven't won a race yet, and he is lagging hard. Oh my goodness, that's going to make it harder to identify the car.
I'm sure he had this a couple of weeks ago as well.
Yeah, we did. Oh, what is it? Oh, hold on. That I know, but it's some kind. It is that purple and gold with the white.
It's Le Mans again.
Yes, is that the Jaguar XJR9? I think.
Yeah, you nailed it.
It's certainly a Jag, and yeah, that is. I had to think for a second what car it was, etc. But I knew it was a sports car. I knew it was sort of LMP Group C, more like it, car. But yeah, the Jaguar XJR9, and it is P1 for Connor here. So he put that Jaguar. Really, game? You have to put us on that camera for Estimates. Okay. Oh, Jordan.
Yeah.
Immediately. See, this is the thing though. If you pull it off well, I can immediately tell what it is. So, hats off to Estimates there. I think that honestly, Jordan had iconic. The yellow and black. It's just forever connected to Jordan. So very good choice here. And Vitinho and Baza have not made it across the line apparently. In fact, they're both in the pit lane. What's happened there?
Well, I know that Wace didn't do a lap because he has a qualifying ban because of his connection. I have no idea for the others.
Yeah, I think Jack crashed on track. Vitinho and Basil just didn't come out of the pit lane, it seems.
I'm disappointed with Vitinho because I'm very much looking forward to seeing his livery based on what it is.
I can see it is orange to a degree. As Estimates goes P2, not enough for pole position, but second place for him. Connor will start in the Jaguar XJR9 on pole position. The fact that I know the model as well, I'm proud of that one. But yeah, we have our qualifying here. Connor, Estimates, Mozzo, Splinter with the Joker in P4. So he should be doing well. I think we can tout him for potentially winning this race. Yuri in P5, Danskar 6, Jacko 7, New Garden 8, Niels 9, Bill 10, Jets 11, John 12, Franagamu 13, Mackie 14, MK Bond 15, and then no time for Dark Shadow, Waze, Vitinho, Baza, and Jack G. So, I'm interested to see the liveries we haven't seen. That was, I think, Waze, Vitinho, Baza, and as you mentioned, the 2008 McLaren of Jack. So I'm looking forward to those. We will look at these on the formation lab. They will not escape us. Because now imagine if they crash turn 1, if they pull a Senna turn 1. I think we can call it pulling a Senna on this track. All of a sudden we don't get to see their liveries at all. So we're going to have to catch a glimpse on the formation lab. I hope they don't get disqualified on the formation lab because that would make it a lot harder for us. But then again, if you do escape us through all sessions, I mean, at that point you're just asking to not win. Like you're just asking to be disregarded. So
like you don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't want to win. Well, I mean, that's your choice. We know we're not judging you for that. But oh, apparently Yuri is Dutch, so I double apologize. Questioning whether he was either French or Belgian. He is Dutch, so that is a double offense. I am very, very sorry for that. Thanks for letting me know, everyone in the live stream chat. I tried to have the live chat open. I'm actually going to put it into my OBS very quickly. Simply because I can then see it while looking at the production, so to speak. And let's look at Jack. He's getting off the line. Oh my god, some of these... Oh no, is that Waze? Is Waze running what I think he's run? Oh no, someone always has to do it. I'm pretty sure if Owen was running in JACKOCAR instead of commentating, he would run the same livery because he's done it before. It's the Honda Earth livery, isn't it?
It's not.
It's what? That looks so much like the Honda Earth livery.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah, if I hadn't have known prior, I probably would have guessed that. But I actually just got a message from Khalifa advising me that it's meant to be the 91 Jordan.
Oh. The green is a bit too dark. The green is a bit too dark for it. The green needs to be brighter, and there needs to be some speck of red. Maybe add one sponsor that's red.
Vitinho's got into the wall on the formation lap, and I think he's probably going to win my favourite livery just because I have a bit of a soft spot for that livery.
What is that? Hold on. What is that? That's orange, white, and... Is that green?
Yes. Come on, you know.
That's not F1, is it?
It is F1. Come on, this one's F1. It's almost an easy one to get.
I was that green and orange looks to me like the Mazda 787B, but that's not F1, obviously. You said this is F1.
It's pretty recent as well. Well, relatively recent.
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's early 2010s Force India.
Oh god, yeah, of course. How do I not know that? I've seen them as Racing Point now for so long that at this point I just don't remember that there was a team called Force India. Let's look at Baza quickly.
Pink.
Yeah, to me they've always been pink. Oh, that's another Braun, isn't it? Oh yeah, Baza invalidated. Yeah, Baza invalidated. So he was in the Braun, we saw that. And this is the 2008 McLaren. I can see that, yes. The 2008 McLaren, I can definitely see that. So that's all the liveries. Do you already have a favorite before we get this race going?
I think I like Vitinho's the best. I love that Force India livery.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to say is all the Manama Russia drivers are definitely out of contention. I'm not even going to entertain that idea, as we do get ready for the start here, and we are underway for round 4 of the JACKOCAR series, Kia series. I'm going to talk about the liveries a little bit later. Connor is lagging once again, but that Jaguar XJR9 F1
got gone round.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a lot of there's a safety car already. And some drivers will be allowed to pit. That is the good news. The bad news, obviously, is that some drivers have fallen down the order. But if you do have damage, Frenagamu already out. And posting in the chat as well, who has the ugliest livery? I tried to run the ugliest ever. I don't even remember what Frenagamu's was.
His was the 2015. His was the 2015 Manor, the red and
Oh
white.
yeah, it was one of the Manor Maurish. Yeah, so that worked out. You did achieve what you tried to, what you set out to do. Sorry, but everyone who tried to replicate a Manor Marussia is getting absolutely flamed tonight. That is just how it works. I'm not making the rules. I'm just making them up. So, you know, but I gotta say, I like the creativity with the Jaguar. I'm not sure, I feel like it's good, but it's not good enough. I think there are better executions out there. Like, turning the livery into an F1 livery on an F1 multiplayer car. I think there are some drivers that have done a better job. And I think AC Mats is one of them in the Jordan.
I did consider him.
Yeah. If Mr. John had said Ford GT40, I would have immediately been on board with that. Like 10 out of 10 immediately. I would have been all over that. But he said Porsche 917s. I can't justify voting for it because that color scheme will always be Ford GT40 and nothing else. At least to me. Again, you know, other people might see something else. I feel like one thing for Connor, I feel like that purple of the Jaguar is a bit too dark. I feel like the actual Jaguar, had a bit of a brighter purple than that. Not that it was a very bright purple, it really wasn't, but a little bit. He went overboard with the purple. The gold is made very well. Maybe it's the lighting, but I feel like he should have made it a bit brighter. Let's look at we had Mr. John. Let's look through as well. You said Vitinho, right?
I did, yes.
I think the Braun is well made. The Renault is well made. Oh, there's the Ferrari. The ageless Ferrari is off. Dark Shadow in P18 now in the gravel. He's parked. He's pulling a Michael Schumacher, isn't he? Michael Schumacher has parked there with an engine failure in, I think it was 05, wasn't it? When he was battling with Alonso. And that ultimate, he has damage as well. But yeah, that always looked like a Michael Schumacher tribute there at Suzuka. Not a good one, but you know. Yeah, I'm always going back to Istimatsu. I gotta say, that Jordan, if he had put... the one thing I'm gonna say here, I'll give it to him. My vote is for Istimats, but I'm gonna say it would have been even better had he put one sponsor that maybe that is the closest to Benson and Hedges, yes, on the rear wing, just the rear wing, nothing else, just the rear wing. But if he put something there that maybe, I don't know if there is a sponsor on F1 that contains the word Edge, but that would have been enough for me. But I'll still say, yeah, Istimats, the Jordan, well made, well done. This is the colors that everyone thinks of when you hear Jordan F1. This is the colors. Oh, whoa! Connor's lagging. Okay, never mind. It looked for a second like Yuri pushed off Connor, but that's not the case. Connor was just lagging again.
Well, it looked to me like Yuri went up 2 spots, and both 3rd and 4th have got penalties for collisions with him, so... Yeah. No idea what's happening there.
No. I think generally... Hold on. Did they get penalties for colliding with him? Oh, they did! Wow!
Colliding with Yuri, yeah.
Because usually this right here happens between Waze and Vitinho, if you look at the incidents in the race director. if you make contact with another car under safety car, generally, both drivers get a penalty. Like we see that here. Waze and Vitinho made contact with each other. They both get 5 seconds. That's what usually happens. In this case, apparently, 2 cars made contact with Yuri, and Yuri got away scot-free. Ah, surprising. I didn't know the game was capable of that.
And I think he gained the 2 places as well under the safety car, which is even more bizarre.
It might... Oh, then it might be that maybe both of them rejoined after tangling up or something, or after being irritated by Connor and his lagging car, and then they irritated had to avoid. Okay, Connor is just driving into the wall on my screen now.
I just saw a board go.
He's lagging. He's lagging so much. This is not good. I can only apologize really for Connor's connection. He is not. Oh my god! He almost runs into the safety car there. We're not gonna go on board. We're gonna look at Yuri actually. I think that's gonna be a bit more helpful because my goodness, Connor is lagging.
I would not want to be Yuri at this safety car.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, this is frightening to see a car lagging like that. You can't overtake him because at the end of the day, you know, you might morph back. Although the game does do a very good job of ghosting another car. In such a situation. So in this case, it would be that Yuri or Connor would probably ghost on Yuri's screen, and they should be fine. Let's hope if it does come to a battle at the end of the safety car period, let's hope that the ghosting system actually works on this game. I would never trust it. Connor has actually now left the session, so the lagging is gone. That's the good news. Bad news is Connor is not in control of his car anymore.
What on earth's happening between Newgard and Jacko and MK Born? They keep swapping places.
Yeah, look, let's not talk about safety car etiquette. Let's just swipe that under the rug. You know, it happens.
Let's watch Vitinho and admire the Force India.
No, let's watch AC Mats admire the Jordan.
Well, to be fair, technically the same team. Jordan became Force India.
True. But yeah, I like this. It really looks like the old Jordan too. Like the kind of livery that he chose here was the I think the optimal livery to really sell the look of the Jordan. That was never a good team, never, like, barely even a midfield runner. Always sort of a back marker. But just iconic, in part, obviously, because of the team owner. Let's be completely honest here. Eddie Jordan's antics off track, in the pit lane, and of course in interviews. Legendary, as Connor has rejoined, but is not in control of his car just yet. So, he should be easy pickings for Yuri. As the AI now controls the restart. And when is the AI gonna go? The AI is gonna go now. And still not full throttle, and there goes Yuri! Immediately past! Immediately, but has to give the position back! I think he has to give the position back, and now here comes AC Mads! They're 3 wide, almost into turn 1, and they're now side by side, and Yuri losing out! He was too early! The AI-controlled Connor was too slow, and he has now taken control of his car again. We will see him lag shortly, I think. But Yuri just too quick, pulled the trigger too early, and he has passed Connor before the line. Had to give the position back and lost 2 more.
On the plus side for Yuri, because he's in a Mana tribute, they are quite used to falling down the order.
Oh, you did not do him like that. That's not nice. I mean, it's true, but it's not nice. Meanwhile, AC Mads now hunting after Connor here. Let's look at how much Connor is lagging. Oh, it shows an X. Connor might be disconnected again. Nope, never mind. Oh, Connor's just desyncing. He's not disconnected, he's just desyncing. Like crazy right now. Let's be real here. I think it's only a matter of time until Connor disconnects again. So for AC Mats, there's absolutely no pressure right now. He just has to look a little bit behind, look at Cloud Mozza, and keep him behind, as Connor has said, as I say that. Can you really call that a commentator's curse?
Inevitable, I would say.
Yeah.
Although I was about to say until Cloud Mozza had a great exit, but we're about to see a battle for third between a HRT and a Mana, which is a line I never expected to use in my life ever.
Aye. That is something. And Red Man obviously in the chat there saying don't diss the Speed Boys. We're not dissing the Speed Boys, we're just dissing their liveries. And the teams they represent. Not Speed, but the... Oh, Yuri off into the grass and losing another position. This time, though, he won't be too sad about it. Although 2 positions. There goes MK Board. Or does he? Nope. Yuri keeps that position. Oh, it almost spins. My goodness. Yuri really struggling with that car. And there goes MK Board. And there goes that Force India of Vitinho down the inside. If I remember correctly, the Force Indias have always done well here. This is one of the tracks like Spa that Force India, for some reason, always seemed strong at. Am I wrong in this?
Tina's on the march, and it would match up with that. Oh my goodness me, Yuri's firmly involved in things here on the restart. I have to say, we talk about commentators' curse. As soon as you read out that comment saying don't diss the Speed Boys, it all seemed to go wrong for Yuri, so I'm going to say Matt did the cursing on that occasion.
Yeah, that's not our fault, Matt. You're gonna have to explain yourself to the rest of the Speed guys. They're gonna ask you some questions after this race. Back now to the action. We have MK Bourne in the pit lane. First pit stop for him in the... What was that car again? Some kind of McLaren, wasn't it?
MK Bourne, 2015... No, 2000 and... No, yeah, 2015 McLaren. I was right the first time.
Yeah, there you go. 2015 McLaren. As he goes for mediums now.
Again, another car you probably isn't too fond in the McLaren memory book, but there we go.
Yeah, they're going for some obscure cars here. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do in the Cup Series, honestly. Because I think, though, they are going to go for some better cars, let's be honest here. Something that, you know, had a little bit more success to it. I think Bill lost a couple of positions here from a spin in the S's. Unfortunately, we didn't catch that in time. But AC Mad's already pulling a massive gap here in front. Jacko and Connor, through the hairpin. And is Connor back in his car? No, he is not. So Jacko battling with the AI right now.
I don't know about you, but part of me is a little bit regretful that nobody's gone for the 2012 or 2011 Sauber look, just so they could do the Kobayashi into the hairpin.
Oh yes, see, here's what I would have done, okay? Here's what I would have done. If we want to talk obscure liveries. Oh my goodness, that's a spin, and into the wall goes Jacko! The league owner is out of the race, and we caught it live on stream, and it is another safety car. Cloud Mozza, I think... Oh, Cloud Mozza might be lucky here. Cloud Mozza is lucky. He came into the pit lane before the safety car was called. So this is a legal pit stop for him. Connor, however, came in afterwards. And for Connor, he has to justify this now. And, no front wing change here. If he had a puncture, that'd be all right, but only then, and I don't think he did. So I think Connor might be having an issue. He might have to make another extra pit stop because of this.
Oh, wait a minute, is that Connor's AI still?
Oh yeah, sorry, that is Connor's AI. Apologies. Connor's not responsible for this. Not Connor's fault. Apologies. Yes, you are right. That was Connor's AI. So Connor's AI has to make another pit stop. But no, Connor cannot be held responsible for what a computer program is doing.
Can I just say, Vitinho, you mentioned Force India's having a good record around here. Started 18th, currently running 3rd.
Yeah, he's doing well for himself, needs to be said. I mean, that's a remarkable start to your first 8 laps of the race. From 3rd last to 3rd. That is remarkable. 15 places gained. He's really maximizing what he can do here. and really doing a good job. But he has that 5-second penalty. Can't forget about that. He might have to try. I mean, he's gonna serve it at some point, but he's gonna lose 5 seconds in the pit lane then.
Yeah.
Yeah, pit stops. Someone is asking, is really it? Is asking pit stops, please. I can show you, but a lot of these pit stops were under safety car. Oh no, under safety car they count, don't they? Yeah. Under safety car, if they are, if they are full damage, they do count. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I think Danska is arguably in the net lead right now.
Livery. I can't remember Dan's car's livery too well.
That's the Hannu Mikkola, I think. The Hannu Mikkola tribute.
Ah, yes. Yes, of course.
What a race that would be. Mere days after Hannu Mikkola's passing, Danska wins with a livery inspired by the Finnish rally driver. What a story that would be.
Can't ask for a better tribute than that.
Yeah. As the cars are still trying to close in on the safety car. The top 4 now caught up with it. Eastimats, Newgarden, Vitinho, and Danskov. Waze now there as well in the, let's just call it the Honda Earth car. I know it is the Jordan 91, the 1991 Jordan, but it is the Honda Earth car, let's be honest here. I don't care what he says. This to me is the Honda Earth car.
I mean, I've got to be honest, fair play to him, because I cannot think... when I think of Jordan, I don't think to mind any car that isn't yellow and black.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Even though Michael Schumacher was driving that one, still, I would never think, oh yeah, the Jordan, yeah, blue and green, yeah, sure. No, always yellow and black, always. Which is why Esteban's won one of the 4 spots in the giveaway, alongside the Force India Vitinho. It is. I gotta say, Vitinho's livery. It is a creative one. I gotta give him that. It's not what I immediately thought of, but yeah, the more I see it, the more I see it. You know, like the more I look at it, the more I see the idea, and it is made very well. It is executed very well. So yeah, I gotta hand it to him as well. But you picked him already, so I don't have to. So I could choose Estimats in the Jordan. In the proper Jordan. In the proper Jordan. Ways, you hear that? In the proper Jordan. The correct one.
I'll start calling it a Renault now to irritate you.
No, the Renault is Splinter. That's the Renault.
Oh no, I mean the modern day yellow and black Renault, I suppose.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. They've changed their name anyway, so they're now Alpine. And can we, since we're talking about livery, since this is safety car, plus this is JACKOCAR, we don't, I'm not gonna swear, but we don't really give too much of an S word around here. This is just fun. As fun for the drivers as it is for the commentators. Let's talk about liveries. The Alpine livery, you saw it, I'm pretty sure. I think the viewers saw it as well.
Yep.
I love it. I think it is so far the best looking car on the grid. I really have to say. I think the blue, like seeing blue back on the grid in like a prominent fashion, like a decent blue, not the sort of, you know, it's blue but it's actually white Williams. You know, like not like a proper blue that says, "Hi, I'm here. I'm blue. Dabba dee dabba die." You know, that sort of blue, I really like seeing. And the fear that I had as the safety car reset is going to happen, and we see a couple drivers pitting because they couldn't before, and now they have to. It is Estimats, Newgarden, Yuri, and Maki. So Vitinho takes the lead now. On track at least, but he hasn't pitted yet either, but he's on medium, so he should be fine. But that's going to be the first pit stop for these runners. And everyone but Vitinho now. Already with 1 stop.
So change in position there. Jack has moved past Jess into 6th place. Of course, we haven't seen much of Jack after he didn't. I don't think he didn't qualify for that.
Jess under huge pressure here from Mozza as well. Shoves him wide a little bit. I mean, she might be incredibly friendly and polite when you talk to her, but on track, she knows how to defend. Wow, that was a forceful defense there against Mozza. She's holding her own right now. P7, and I think. Oh, we have a yellow flag. That is for Dark Shadow, I think. Once again, Indigna to the Ferrari going off. I mean, it's not the first time. There goes Cloud Mozza now past Jess. I hyped her up a little bit, but I think it's all gone to shambles. She runs wide in Spoon as well. Jess, careful.
What have you done? What have you done?
Commentator's curse. Look, honestly, with Jacko being able to watch right now. Hi, Jacko. How are you doing? How was your race so far? Sorry. But I think it's time to start a petition to change the name of JACKOCAR into Commentator's Curse Racing, because this is really what it is now. we're just cursing everyone. There's no escape from our words. Like, we just, like, whatever we do, they just keep dropping like flies the moment that we mention them. Whichever driver it is. Apparently.
Tell you what, Jess has got her elbows out there just to shove the brawn of Bazza off the road a bit there, and fair play, she's not losing these positions without a fight.
Yeah, meanwhile, Bill was close to Niels there. I think Niels may have actually gained the position on Bill because he's driving away quickly now. Jess, meanwhile, with 3 cars behind her. In fact, MK Born and Splinter. Splinter, remember, on the Joker tonight, so he technically wouldn't have to pit anymore. He could go to the end, but he's on mediums. I don't think he will go to the end. I think we might see another pit stop from him as well, which means another Joker wasted. Not the first one this season. I don't think it will be the last. But, yeah, we see MK Born as well right behind. And, yeah, just really, really holding on to that 9th place right now. Trying to move up the championship order a little bit. And trying to get a spot in the playoffs. Right now, considering that Vitinho seems to be... No, actually, no. Danskar seems to be on track to win this race. That would be the 4th winner in 4 races. And all of a sudden, the playoff spots get quite thin here. I mean, we have 10 races. We have 10 playoff spots. As we have Bill now in the pit lane. As, for some reason, Vitinho still stays out. He has to pit twice. I hope he knows that. If he forgets about that, he will be... I don't know, will he be disqualified or will there be like a 20-second or 25-second penalty or something? Let me check. I think he will be disqualified, actually. If you fail to do 2 stops...
He might be going for 2 soft tire stints. I'm guessing that's probably the only option.
Oh yeah, disqualified. Yeah, so if you do forget to run your second pit stop, unless you've obviously pulled the Joker, then you will be disqualified. So Vitinho has to be careful here. Bill and Dark Shadow are already done with their strategies. They go to the end from here on hards. Not the best tire around here, but I mean, it has to be done, doesn't it? Connor's falling down the order further and further. He's still disconnected. I don't think he will rejoin throughout this race. I think for him it is done now, and I think he's going to have to find another internet service provider because it's really not going well with the one he currently has, I think. The amount of lag that we've seen from him before. And Vitinho's still staying out. I mean, he's really taken these medium tires a long way into the race. A really, really long way into the race. Let me quickly check. How long can these medium tires go according to the in-game data? Well, 16 laps. 16 laps. Hey, oh, spot on right there. And Mr. John now in the pit lane. That's his second stop. But yeah, 16 laps. However, we have to remember there were 2 safety car periods. So basically, he's not on 14 or 13 and a half lap old mediums right now. He's probably on like 9 lap old mediums, considering how much running under safety car these guys were doing, and especially Vitinho, obviously, with the same set of tires, whereas everyone else pitted at least once. So Vitinho really needs to charge up the field later on. By the way, the pit stop loss here, the time lost in the pit lane, 20.5 seconds. So we're gonna see that as the sort of time loss. So he will probably re-emerge right around where Jess and MK Born are. If he pits now, I would say ahead of Jess because I think he is still faster than Jess. So he should be just about P8. Never mind, MK Born just got past, and I think MK Born might be faster than Vitinho, possibly after the pit stop at the very least. So right around where MK Born is, Vitinho should come out, and he does pit, in fact. Let's see. Does he have a penalty to serve? No, he does not. Okay, so we're gonna look actually. Oh, he does.
Yep.
Okay, then he will re-emerge behind, or right around where Newgarden and Yuri and Eastimats are. That is a close battle between those three. In fact, Eastimats might go for a move here. Yuri goes defensive. Let's look. Where does Vitinho come out? Frenagamu leaves the session. Thank you very much for watching the stream now. There's a Dark Shadow off again. And there is Vitinho. So the 20.5 seconds work out perfectly here. There's Yuri watching on as he sees that car emerge of Vitinho. Oh my goodness. Right in the thick of things. I told you 20.5 seconds plus the 5 from the penalty. And he is right there. Oh my goodness. Vitinho shoved onto the grass by Newgarden. No respect shown. Dark Shadow retires. And virtual safety car. Virtual safety car for Dark Shadow retiring on track. I think that is on track. I think he retired under his own power. In Degna 2, he went off again. If he crashed, it's fine. I think you're not allowed to retire on track. If I don't make a mistake here.
Not too sure on that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that. So I hope that, I mean, sounds weird to say that, but I hope he did have a crash and not just retire under frustration, because that might be a qualifying ban next time around.
Wace is using the VSC to get his second stop out of the way, as is Jack and Neil.
Smart, smart. You are allowed to pit under VSC, just full safety cars. You're only allowed to pit if you have damage, but under VSC, you're certainly allowed to take advantage from that, and Waze is doing exactly that, rejoining right behind Jess on fresh rubber. Really not what he was looking out for. I tried to get out of the way of the people lapping me, got onto the gravel. Okay, so was it a crash or did you manually retire? Kaya, that is a question. Is it Kaya or Kia? Like, is it like the Kia series? What? Why is MK Born out of the session? Why did he he disconnected?
Looks like it, yeah.
Oh my.
That's going to help Waste out That's going to help Waste out tremendously.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, immediately. Plus, MK Born would have to make another pit stop anyway, so right now I would say Waze and Danska are sort of. Oh, Vitinho's out! And Newgarden's out! And Yuri's out! What happened there? Oh no, they're all in the hairpin, in the gravel trap. What has happened there? Oh no, don't.
Huge accident.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell me one of them lost control and took out the others. Oh, please no. Oh, please, what has happened there? We know that the JACKOCAR in general does promote some stronger racing than you would normally see in Formula Series, especially with these being open wheelers. But I think if one of them took the others out, intentionally, we're having a whole nother issue here. MK Born, yeah, that's the AI. Can't hold that against him. Can't hold that against him.
I don't just remembered that. Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that plays beautifully into Wace's hands.
It does. It does. Danska is probably cursing right now after that safety car. He's probably, I mean, I was gonna say the P word that goes on with an I and then two S's and then, you know, an E and a D at the end there, but I'm not gonna say it, but he's gonna be furious right now. He had such a massive lead that he was basically in contention with Waves, roughly on equal footing, and now all of a sudden, that safety car has completely nullified everything for him. And Waves and Jack and Mr. John, as well as Niels and Baza, are looking fantastic to get a top 5 result, all of them.
Well, this is astonishing. Waze has only got 9 points coming into this. He was comfortably outside the playoff positions, but wins here and he's automatically through.
Yeah, exactly. One win and you're automatically in the playoffs. So Waze could be a surprise, almost a surprise entrant into the playoffs with this race. I mean, this race has thrown everything at us. Let me just quickly check right now. I want to see what's going on in the DM group. Is there anything going on? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's some bad blood. There's opinions, yeah. There's some opinions being aired right now. That is a very good way to put it. But yeah, there's some bad blood there. Let's hope the drivers have their footage saved, and I think the stewards will make a decision if one of the accusations that I read here, I can't go into detail, but if one of the accusations that I read here is correct, we might see a driver change next week. Wow. Yeah, that is oh boy. I hope my suspicion and the accusation is not true. I hope it turns out to be false, but uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm worried now. I'm very worried. But we have 14 cars still running here, and a crazy race so far already still has 9 more laps to go. Still 1/3 of this race not being run. That was just the first 2/3 of the race. We still have 9 more laps. I mean, what else is this gonna throw at us? I mean, this has already been a remarkable race from beginning until now. 3 safety car periods, 1 virtual safety car, which means we only can get 1 more safety car period. The game is or virtual safety car. The game is limited to 5 on a 50% race. So whatever happens, we can only get 1 more SC or VSC for the rest of this race after this one ends. But yeah, there are some accusations being thrown. I don't want to, again, I don't want to assume too much. I haven't seen it. I don't know what's happened, but I am worried right now. The stewards will make the decision, obviously, as the safety car message just got put out. Safety car in this lap. Dan's car, will he pit now? That is the question. I mean, it would put him into clean air immediately. And look at how close he gets to the safety car. Yeah, I think he will follow the safety car in. Or will he? Yes, he will. And Mozza follows. Waze obviously doesn't. Splinter stays out. Surprisingly, almost everyone else pits onto soft who hasn't pitted yet. So, a lot of drivers here. And we have a completely different top 6 now. Net top 5. Again, Splinter still has to pit. Waze is leading in the Honda Earth car. I know it's the Jordan 91, but nope, it's the Honda Earth car now. Deal with it. But my goodness, 6 drivers already out of this race. And we've seen that Dan's car. Yeah, he is in clean air now for 13 seconds. Look at that interval. 13.5 seconds. That is quite a lot. Bill and Mackie are battling. They both have penalties. They are battling over 12th place right now. Waze might be on his way to win a race here in the JACKOCAR Kia Series and book his ticket into the playoffs. Hold on a second. Did Jake, I can't hear you anymore. Yeah, I think we have a connection issue. Let's try and fix that. Jay, can you hear me? I can't hear Jake anymore. That is not good. I think Discord is breaking right now, so I will quickly carry this for a little bit on my own until we get Jake back. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but we are just going to continue. And if we do get Jake back, I think he will make himself known. But Way's leading the race right now. This is the annoying part about Discord. Sometimes it just breaks on you like that, which is really not fun. Maybe if Jake disconnects, I don't know if he already tried that, but if he disconnects and reconnects, maybe it'll be fine. Jack, meanwhile, putting pressure on Splinter here on, that should be fresher tires, and in fact, yeah, it is much fresher tires there for Jack. AC Matt's now getting past Bill up to P12, but it's going to be difficult for the soft runners there from P9 downwards to salvage anything. I mean, Connor and MK Born obviously losing a lot of time there. That was to be expected. But as they both disconnected. But everyone else, I think that's going to be a tall order for Dan Scott and the rest of the soft runners. To explain very quickly, the soft tire on this track only 0.6 of a second quicker per lap than the medium. So these drivers on the softs now have about a, I would say, considering the age of the mediums from the runners in front, meaning Jack G, Mr. John, Baza, Niels, and, well, MK Born to a degree, but he's AI. So really, P3 to P6. The advantage that they have is about 0.7 of a second per lap, which isn't nearly enough. Ah, there you go, you're back, finally.
I don't understand what happened there.
Yeah, Discord sometimes breaks on you like that. It really does happen. The easiest way to fix it is to just disconnect and reconnect.
The things you know.
Yeah, it sometimes does that. I don't know. It's a little bit buggy in that regard, but yeah. Meanwhile, Dan Scott now moving past MK Born, and then next will be Connor, but these are overtakes against the AI. We're not looking at those really, as there is front wing flying. That is Niels, who's almost spinning there. He's got damage now. He can go to the end, and honestly, I would tell him if I was his engineer, I'd tell him he should. Because you lose more time from a pit stop with the front wing change and everything than you do lose from just sticking it out at this point. He might still salvage a P6. It won't get any better than that, but he might be able to salvage a P6. Danskar and Mozza now past the AIs of Connor and MK Born. Jess and Istimats are battling over P11 right now. Istimats, I don't think he'll be bothered by this too much. I think Istimats, he's already in the playoffs. He doesn't care right now. One bad result, he's just going to shrug it off. He's going for the move here on Jess. And I think that will be the move into 130. And no, he's actually still behind. Jess has got quite a bit more straight line speed here, and so she holds on to 11th place right now. Nastymat's not finding the way past. Now look at the better line here, though. Look at that. Round the outside. What a move that was. From Astymats, gets the DRS for good measure. The only DRS zone on this track. And my goodness, that was a move and a half. Set it up nicely. Saw that Jess was compromised into the final chicane, and Niels does actually pit. And as such, he has basically vacated 6th place to Danskar already and is now down himself to 14th. I think the wrong decision, because he's not going to salvage anything from P14 here. He might get Connor and MK Born, who have, as mentioned, disconnected. But apart from that, I think he will not gain all too many places. Maybe Mackie, maybe Bill, I don't know, possibly Bill on the hards. But it's going to be difficult.
I've got to tell you, if I'd have seen Baz's car from the TV sort of camera angle, or on board, should I say?
Oh,
I might have gone for him. That looks superb.
It does look good. Yeah, it does look good. I used to run that livery myself and ran it a little bit differently. What I did with the colors, but it was the same livery, was make what is black now So the white for me was white as well. The black was red, and the lime green was golden. To celebrate, like, it was my Toyota livery, and the gold was to celebrate a My Team championship. So that was my take on it. Also a little bit throwback, but with my own element mixed in there. And it looked good as well. This livery generally, I think, is one of the better ones. I think it's called Shards or something. I think that's the name of the livery. Definitely a good one. One that you can do a lot with. And I think Baza has really hit the nail on the head. But I still think the other two that we mentioned were a little bit better. But it looks good. Jacko, if we have permission, can we enter him as a third driver into this? Because I think we'd both agree, right? Like, this is also, like, especially from the onboard, this looks amazing.
I hope that fence is comfortable for us both, because we are sitting on it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I was thinking for a few laps that Jack was going to be able to get within 3 seconds of Waste for the win here, but he's just started to drift away. So it's going to be close between those two for the win. Splinter.
And I just realized, yeah, Splinter is on
again.
Joker. He doesn't have to stop.
He's got Joker now, yeah, of course. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, Splinter doesn't have to stop. I forgot about it as well. But yeah, he doesn't have to stop. But I mean, we thought with these tires being as old as they are, 18 laps, and they usually take about 16, that again, there was a safety car period in between, that he would have to pit again by virtue of these tires just being completely ruined. But if he thinks he might be able to go to the end, I mean, what a race that would be. The Joker seeing him through to P2. And in fact, maybe to the win. Waze has 3 seconds of penalties.
I mean, his pace isn't bad to say that those medium tires should be pretty close to the clip at this point.
I mean, they should be done, let's be honest here. They should be about done. I'm surprised that he can still run at the pace he's running at. Waze certainly still under pressure. Yellow flag sector 1, that is for MK Born. His AI.
Niels is into the wall.
Yeah, he tried to avoid MK Born there, and another front wing damage there. Oh, and they touch. Oh my goodness. And there's more front wing gone for MK Born. Yeah, unsafe rejoin from Niels. There's Bill goes past Connor through the hairpin around the outside. Great move there, but it was against the AI, so we have to ding him a little bit for that. Not that it was his fault, but look at that. Splinter actually gaining time on Waze now with 3 laps to go. Maybe Waze is not going to end up in the playoffs after all. I mean, his championship position certainly doesn't look like it. And if he doesn't win this race, then, I mean, this is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky.
I did not understand Splinter. He's currently defying all logic on those tires.
Yeah, once again, you got to remember, yellow flag again. This one is for Connor? Baza. Oh!
He spun round.
Damage? No damage. Oh, but there goes Danska. Ooh. That was close. Oh, and the tires overheated. Look at that. The amount of sliding you see on Baz's car here. Yeah, he's got to be careful now. He's got to be really... Oh, and he's off into the grass. That's not the line you want to take through that.
3-second penalty to boot. It doesn't get much better for Bazza at the moment.
Yeah, he's struggling now. The tire's overheating. That is the issue. The moment he was off and he spun, the tires started to overheat, and now it is incredibly difficult to get them back into the operating window where they are doing well as Waze starts the penultimate lap. Has gained a little bit on Splinter, about 0.2 of a second, but it's not enough. Waze and Splinter, by the way, both of them not qualified for the playoffs just yet, but here's the big but. Splinter in the championship right now is running, if I see this correctly, at about P5. Indeed, he's second of those who haven't qualified for the playoffs yet. So he's in a very good position, even if he doesn't win this, to still make it into the playoffs. Waze, however, Waze needs this. Waze is 16th. He's 12 points behind the cutoff, which would be...
What on earth happened to Jack?
He's got damage.
Ah, I wonder if he's... I don't know if he went off somewhere, maybe contact with Splinter, but he's dropped way off. Because I was about to say Jack's up there as well in the championships. It's not too... Like, the one who needs a win is Waze here, but at the moment, it doesn't look like he's going to get it, but surely Splinter's tyres are entering puncture territory.
Yeah, at this point it's going to be incredibly difficult, but it's only one more lap to go. There's a lapped car. Remember, blue flags here in JACKOCAR are not mandatory. You don't have to pull over to the side and wave everyone through. You obviously shouldn't defend either, but the lapping car has to find its way through past you. You don't have to roll out the red carpet. Yeah, that 5-second penalty will be removed. As mentioned, the game likes to give penalties like that, but yeah, you don't have... Like, if you serve them, it's unfortunate at that point, but then again, does it really matter? But yeah, he doesn't have to leave Splinter. Let Splinter by. Final lap. Waze still on 3 seconds, so one penalty to either driver, Waze or Splinter, and all of a sudden it would change everything. It would decide this battle. Waze right now is on no additional warnings. Splinter is also on no additional warnings. He had one in lap 1, but that was for a collision, so Splinter kept it completely clean. So no real danger here for either driver of getting another penalty. But look at the gap now. Splinter being held up here by Niels. Again, completely illegal. But it might give Waze the win here. 2.9. It creeps up more and more. Waze is going to come across the line on track as the winner. Will he win this race in the end? It's over 3 seconds now. Waze across the line. Splinter with a bit of a slide. Isn't enough? It is! By 42 thousandths of a second, Splinter wins with the Joker. Oh my goodness, and qualifies for the JACKOCAR Kia Series playoffs. Waze needed this so much, and if he doesn't qualify at the end of the season, this is the race he's going to look back at, where he's going to say, half a tenth is all I needed for the playoffs. If he doesn't qualify, this is the race he looks back at.
Niels very nearly gave it to Waze there with him being in front of Splinter, but fair play to Splinter. 22 laps on medium tyres, and his pace was still very solid. And I gotta say, I mean, both of them, I suppose, in a way deserved a victory, but you can't argue against Splinter after what he did there on that stint.
Yeah, and the Joker perfectly pulled. I mean, this is how you execute. Everyone else who still has their Jokers for the next 6 races of the regular season, take note. Watch this back. Take note. Look at Splinter and how he did it. This is how you drive a Joker race. He's done incredibly well here, and he deserves that victory. And my goodness, what a colorful suit there. Doesn't really fit the Renault-style car, but yeah, that color scheme is completely different. But still, what a race. Less than half a tenth. And I feel really sorry for Waze, honestly. He was so close to booking a ticket into the playoffs. At which point, I mean, Splinter still would have been the leading car of those that have not automatically qualified yet, because Connor, well, he disconnected. Is he going to get any points is the question. But Splinter was only 2 points behind. And now, all of a sudden, Splinter is qualified, and we have Waze, who is going to take a bit of a leap here. We also forgot to look at the stage points. I think for leading, don't you get a point for leading at some point?
It was laps 7 and 14. I think it was Easty Mats on lap 7. and it might have been Vitinho actually on lap 14, which would have
Yeah.
explained that lengthy stint he did.
Yeah, fastest lap meanwhile goes to Easty Mats, who gets another point for that. Pole position was, of course, Connor, who does at least get 1 point for that. But yeah, it's 15 points for Waze, though, still, which puts him up to 24, which puts him a bit closer to that pack. So it might not be that bad after all, but we are going to see. This is going to be incredibly close. Again, as I said, if Waze at the end of the season does not make it into the playoffs, this is the race he will 100% look at and say, if only. If only.
And on a slightly unrelated note, if I end up buying some fruit salad sweets tomorrow, I'm blaming Splinter for his choice of race suit colours.
Yeah, the orange and pink, yeah, understandable. But yeah, you saw the standings here on screen for a split second. These are the old standings before this race. Obviously, now we have Jamie Bromley in P5 moving up into the advanced category with a win. We have Waze Kuba down in 16th, moving up the order with 15 points tonight. Other than that, I can't really tell you much of what happened because this was just a mental race. And we get to do this many times over again. Most importantly, the next 4 races, we're going to have Britain Short, Singapore, and Austria. And my goodness, these are some tracks. This is going to be incredibly interesting. Britain Short always makes for an incredible race, mostly because a pit stop basically costs you a lap. it really is like that. I think there's going to be a lot of drivers, or there should be a lot of drivers who looked at that calendar and went, you know what? We have a joker available. We have Britain Short on the calendar. Guess what I'm going to do? They're going to take that.
You just know now that nobody will have taken a joker at Britain Short.
It's that, once again, commentators curse. We've done it over and over. At this point, I just commentators cursed myself then. But that's the price I'm willing to risk. But surely someone has to have the foresight of taking the joker at Britain Short. 25-second pit stop on a 50-second track. Surely. I can't believe it. But yeah, we'll be back next Tuesday here on the JACKOCAR channel. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and come back here on Thursday, same time, 7 p.m. UK, for the JACKOCAR Cup Series. They are going to have their throwback race around Monza. That is going to be March 4th, round 8 of the JACKOCAR Cup Series. Monza, throwback week for them as well. Will, of course, be Owen and Jacko commentating then. And we will be back, as mentioned, next Monday with the British Grand Prix here at the JACKOCAR Kia Series. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. From Jake and myself, goodbye.